This is just a really fun, delicious, quick little weeknight pasta celebrating the Italian region of upstate New York. Welcome to Don't Panic Pantry, where we are celebrating regional American pastas all month long, and today that is coming in the form of chicken Riggies from the Utica area of upstate New York, where my Uncle Nick happens to live and where I've had chicken Riggies before. This version is inspired by one of my Uncle Nick's favorite restaurants, a place called Sal's Pizzeria in Baldwinsville, New York. And this is basically a rigatoni with chicken breast, and it's almost like a vodka sauce with like hot cherry peppers, red bell pepper, a little bit of cream, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of tomato. We're gonna put some butter in it and make just a tasty chicken pasta. Let's get our pan at like a nice medium high. We're cooking chicken breast today. So there's kind of two ways to cook chicken breast. There's the quick way where it cooks just through and then you're done. And there's the long way where you braise it and it kind of re-tenderizes it. So I'm trying to make this the more convenient, fast version of this. So I'm just gonna brown the chicken in the pan, take it out, then we're gonna put in all of our stuff, make our sauce, and then add the chicken back in at the very end to finish cooking. And it should get us right where we wanna be. The old olive oil attack. We wanna get this nice and hot this time around because we wanna get some, just like as much heat on this chicken as quickly as possible. And here we go. Okay, that wasn't that hot. So this is 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts cubed up. We're gonna season it up with some salt and pepper and some dried oregano and dried basil. And I'm just trying to get some color on this, nothing too crazy, just kind of getting it partway cooked, and you get some of that chicken essence cooked into this base of this sauce. I'm not gonna worry about getting color on these. By the time, sometimes when you get chicken breast like this, to get that color in a pan like this, with all the water content, it's gonna basically be really dried out by the time you get it there, and I don't wanna do that. So I'm just gonna go high heat, let it get some heat color on it as much as possible without disturbing it. And then once that's kind of settled in, I'll give it one more little toss, and then we're gonna set it aside. Once it's cooked in with all the sauce and stuff, you're not gonna really see that much of the color on it. A little bit of that Maillard reaction flavor is tasty. So we'll try to get a little bit on one side, but other than that, don't worry about it. We're making a simple little weeknight regional American pasta. All right, so you can tell we're getting some browning here on some of these edges, and it's still raw on this side because we're not tossing it, we're not turning it at all. So now we should be in pretty good shape. We're just gonna give it one little nice stir. We get a little bit of browning on some of these, giving you some of that flavor. We're just gonna transfer it right back into that same bowl. I know what you're thinking, hey Noah, you're putting cooked chicken into a bowl that had raw chicken in it. And the truth is, this chicken is not cooked all the way through, and we're gonna finish it in the sauce, so we're not worried about cross-contamination at this point. Actually, I wanna drop this heat down to a nice kind of medium-low now. And now we're gonna take our onions, garlic, and red bell pepper. This is 1 whole yellow onion, diced up. We got 3 cloves of garlic and 1 red bell pepper diced up. And hit it with a little salt and pepper. And now the big question, how much hot pickled cherry pepper are we putting into this? A lot of people say to add it in at the very end, but I think that doesn't make sense to me. I want to get some of that flavor cooked into it. Let's try one and see how hot they are. These are just kind of sliced pickled cherry peppers. It's got some heat to it, that's for sure. Kind of jalapeno-y heat. Like if you got a pickled jalapeno, this kind of tastes like this. I think I'm gonna go spicy for this. Let's just do this full like half cup of these. I think that'll be nice. But I wanna get this most of the way there, and then we'll add these sliced peppers. If your pan's getting a little dry, you can add a little more olive oil to it, or even a little butter. We're gonna use some butter in this dish to kind of give you some of that creaminess. I'm gonna put this guy in now. A lot of people swear by like a 3-to-1 ratio of tomato to cream. I'm not that big of a super cream saucy person, so I am gonna probably do a little bit of cream and a decent amount of butter to give you some of that flavor. I just think butter I prefer in pasta to cream. Let's throw in our cherry peppers now. They're really fun because they give you this sort of bright acid mixed with the heat. If you want it spicier, add more. You want no heat, take them out, yada, yada, yada. In go our can of tomatoes. And then we're just gonna bring this guy all together and let him just simmer. Once he's down to a simmer, we'll drop the pasta, and then in a little bit, we'll add in our cream and our butter. We're gonna cover this up, keep him simmering away, and we can have a nice steady simmer. We're only gonna cook this pasta for about 10 minutes. Season your pasta water, as always. Again, thank you to our friends at Semolina Artisan Pasta, right here in Los Angeles. Pasta's in, sauce is a simmering. Let's let the cream kind of cook in there a little bit, so we give it a chance to kind of come together. I'm gonna add a little more butter to this. So we'll probably add about 3 tablespoons of butter, all told on this so far. So they said you want it to kind of look like a vodka sauce. We're just kind of looking for that color. Let's do about 2 tablespoons to start, see how that looks. That looks about right to me. I'm feeling good about this. And it might need more salt, obviously, but when does it not? I'm gonna run my knife through this basil real quick. I always like a little fresh herb closer at the end, just to kind of wake everything up a little. It's not untasty. Ooh, that heat is in there, I like it. This is about a minute away, so I can add the chicken and its residual juices right in here. Stir this guy in. Chickies are Riggying. No, sorry, the chickies are chickying, the Riggies are Riggying, and soon they will join together as one. Bum 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 bum. Dog. That like one eye look up real quick. These are often served with something called Utica greens, which we didn't make because I didn't feel like making it. Nice big handful of chopped basil. Throw it right in now. Now that all this stuff's back in, we'll add a touch more cream. Maybe it's about 3 tablespoons of cream total now. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just made chicken Riggies. Chicken Riggies. A little pecorino 911. Then we'll do a little basil sprinkle over the top. And a little fancy olive oil closer. Look at that! We made chicken Riggies, a creamy, spicy, vegetable-y chicken pasta with tomatoes. Yep, that's very good. I get it. This is just a delicious Italian-American, upstate New York, saucy, fun, spicy, creamy, acidic, herby. The bell peppers give it a nice little touch. That's a hit. For those of you looking for chicken in your pasta, may I recommend chicken Riggies. The one thing you can do differently if you wanted to, if you wanted to make this sauce ahead a little more, keep the chicken in the whole time with everything else and let it kind of simmer for like a full 30 or 40 minutes. And then you'll just be like, sit on the stove ready to go. If you wanted to eat it right away, do it the way I did it. It's just a real banger of a dish. Way to go, Utica. Please like and subscribe. And also, please buy the Don't Panic Pantry cookbook, out now. Links down below. It's a real good book. I worked real hard on it. Please buy it.